The tortured and tormented body of Bob Hickman, LAPD, lies lifeless among the alley debris. An obvious case of felonious homicide. A lipstick-stained cigarette lies near Hickman's body. An empty holster can mean only one thing: another gun on the street. Recording information at the crime scene ensures accurate reports later. Noting that a cigarette lay near the body could prove an detective this and
Officer Woodbury, I'm taking over as lead investigator.
Yes, sir, Detective Carey. I have my crime scene log for you.
This is an innocent bystander. Holster your weapon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This man does not warrant a cursory search for weapons.
I'm Detective Carey, Major Crimes, Homicide, LAPD. I'd like to ask you a question or two.
Whatever, man. I'm just hanging.
Let's start with your name. What is it, and do you live in the neighborhood, or are you just visiting?
Man, this be my hood. I be Raymond Jones III. Sir, I just be chilling here, no law against that.
Detective, this man is not under arrest.
Yes, Carey? You need help with those?
The young man's interest appears a bit suspicious. Always record your gut feelings. Sometimes this job is pure instincts.
Well, Raymond, if this is your neighborhood, then you must know what goes on around here. What happened here tonight? You see anything unusual? Maybe a different car or some folks from another neighborhood?
Ain't seen nor heard nothing, man. Just out for some fresh L.A. air.
Detective, he might appear to have an attitude, but that's not criminal.
So, Mr. Jones, what you're telling me is you don't have anything to tell me. Is that correct?
That's straight up. Ain't seen nothing, done nothing, know nothing.
Detective,
Sir, did you see any unusual activity or unfamiliar cars in the neighborhood?
I hear shots. Fast. Like pop, 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 pop.
What time might you have heard these shots, sir?
It pop, 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 pop. And I just hear them shots. I was scared.
What is your name, sir?
Jack. To Jack.
Any other information you could give me, sir?
Pop, pop, pop. Yeah, I know this sound. It's killing the children.
those numerous
Jeez, Detective. Jeez, Detective.
Detective Carey, sexual harassment is a violation of federal and state law and of city and department policy. It can lower morale, undermine the integrity of employee relationships, and interfere with the efficiency of department operations. Please don't touch me again.
I'll be stepping in as lead investigator, officer. Can you tell me what the situation was when you got here?
Yes, sir. Woodbury and I were on our regular patrol. We spotted the body as we drove by. We radioed in, then moved in on the scene. We checked the alley for possible assailants, but found no one. Everything is pretty much as it was when we arrived.
That's it?
Yes, sir. The body was just lying there. I didn't know him, but Woody told me that the deceased was a cop, undercover guy working the neighborhood. Oh, Pittman or something like that.
It's Hickman, and yes, he was working the crash unit, although I didn't know he was working this neighborhood. You've never seen him before, and this is your regular district?
Yes, sir, that is correct. I've never seen him before.
The crime scene...
Is there anything else you can tell me, officer?
No, sir.
The crime scene... Graffiti mars the neighborhood. The graffiti paint is wet. This work is fresh. Graffiti is often left behind by gangs. Recording the symbol could prove useful.
Sexual harassment.
Detective. It's Chester. Julie Chester.
Chester, take over on the evidence.
Yes, Detective.
Sam, do you have a preliminary finding on Hickman's cause of death?
It's hard to say, John. There are no evident bullet wounds. There are cervical contusions, possibly asphyxiation. There's no unusual sputum, so it's difficult to think poisoning, but whoever did this was definitely non-compos mentis. By the way, notice that the index finger on the right hand is missing.
Detective, to whom? It's the Lucky Mini-Mart dumpster. The body of a young boy lies strewn in the dumpster. Recording information at the crime scene ensures accurate reports later.
It looks like it's going to be a busy night for you, Chester.
Unfortunately, our streets are being taken over by violence. Innocent people being killed. It's uncivilized, sir.
Chester, take over on the evidence.
Yes, Detective. Sexual harassment is...
Your friend... The tortured... Detective, this... a gruesome sight.
Chester, take over on the evidence.
Yes, Detective. When...
John, we can handle it from here. Stop by tomorrow for the autopsy. We'll know more then.
Gary Hickman's death isn't just your personal tragedy. It's a tragedy for the entire force. We've lost a friend, a father, and one damn good cop. As you know, you've been assigned the lead investigator on this case, and I'm going to be looking to you for answers. I'm going to ask you to put aside your personal feelings and deal with this investigation in a professional manner. If you don't think you're up to it, I want to know now. Neither you, the public, nor the department can withstand not knowing the truth. I want you to comb that neighborhood. I want every rock turned over and every person interviewed. Remember, Hickman was not the only fatality tonight. The family of that boy is grieving also.
Yes, sir.
For your information, the boy has been identified as Bobby Washington. As for Hickman, I think there is something you should know. Maybe you already do. But here it is straight. Hickman's lieutenant, Jim Varaz, informed me that Hickman was having trouble with stress, trouble at home. Varaz told me that Hickman had been in a fragile mindset, that working undercover was getting to him. You know, the violence of the streets can get to anyone. Now, I'm not knocking Hickman. I just want you to know how the department viewed his current capacity. Okay, Carey, you know what you need to do. Go out there and do it. Find who killed Hickman. Find who killed the Washington youth. Any questions?
No, Lieutenant.
All right, then. Get to work. And, Carey, when you see Catherine, please extend my deepest sympathies. Carey, you got a problem? Or are you just checking your sights? Either...
There is no... Whoa, he's one of the good guys. He's LAPD. Secure your weapon. It's... The man is conducting a
Hal, do you always have to be so obnoxious?
Hell, Junior, I'm on my third wife.
Hal, the lieutenant was pretty direct about the paperwork on...
You wouldn't want to challenge Hal. He just might take you up on it. Hal Bottoms,
Hal, have you heard from the...
Yeah, like we ain't got...
Hal, the lieutenant...
You wouldn't want to You call the elevator. You select the lobby as your destination. The lobby vending machine.
Hello.
How's it going, Detective?
Detective, there is no justification for this tactical decision.
Last night, the LAPD was shaken to its roots as Officer Robert Hickman, Police Officer of the Year 1992, was found brutally slain in a South Central neighborhood. Heading up the Hickman investigation is veteran homicide detective John Carey. Carey is best known for solving the murder of Lane Blair, the stunning actress featured in many of the action-adventure Straight Shots movies. Detective Carey has been unavailable for comment, and all requests for a formal statement from the department have been denied. However, we have been told by an unofficial source that the department is looking at this as a gang killing. As the investigation continues... Oh, wait, here comes Detective Carey now. Detective Carey, over here. Christy Bilden with KKAT. Detective Carey! Detective Carey, would you care to make a statement concerning the murder of Officer Hickman?
Calm down, Carrie. Bilden's just trying to further her career, do her job.
Good.
Detective, you can't arrest her for doing her job. Detective, you can't...
What do you think you're doing? Hey! The physical abuse I have just experienced at the hands of Detective Carey is consistent with the treatment I've received from this entire department in trying to report this story. As a reporter and citizen of this city, I fear for our First Amendment rights. I'm Christy Bilden, reporting for KKAT.
It's your... Knocking seems less intrusive than ringing the doorbell. What a cute kid Valerie is.
Hi, Valerie. How are you doing?
Hi, Uncle John. You want to come in? Mom, Uncle John's here.
It appears to be Bob's... Carrie, that box does not belong to you.
John, what are you doing? Hi, John.
Catherine appears to need emotional support, not physical contact, Carrie. Catherine appears...
Catherine, I've been assigned lead investigator on this case. I need to ask you some questions. Are you feeling up to it?
I suppose so, John. I just can't believe this is happening. I don't know what to do.
Holster your weapon. Are you insane, Detective? Catherine Hickman, widow. Catherine appears to need a...
Catherine, the department is aware of the fact that Bob was taking...
John, how could you say that about Bob? I'm sorry, I can't talk about this right now.
Holster your weapon, Carrie.
Valerie, do you understand what's happened?
I think so. Mommy says Daddy's in heaven and he's not coming home anymore.
You know, Val, that you always have your Uncle John if you need anything, right?
You're not supposed to open that. You're not supposed to open...